Krishna, welcome to all devotees. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatajam Udiret Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhoti Naistiki. Hare Krishna. Today we continuing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2nd, chapter 1st. The first step in God realization, Shloka number 11. एतत् निर्विद्यमानानाम्
एतत् निर्विद्यमानानाम्
इच्छताम् अकुतः भयम्
इच्छताम् अकुतः भयम्
योगीनां नृपनिर्णीतम्
योगिनां रूपनिर्णीतम्
हरे नाम अणुकीर्तनम्
हरे नाम अनुकीर्तनम्
एतत् निर्विद्यमानानाम्
एतत् निर्विद्यमानानाम्
इच्छताम् अकुतः भयम्
इच्छताम् अकुतः भयम्
योगीनां नृपनिर्णीतम्
योगिनां रूपनिर्णीतम्
हरे नाम अणुकीर्तनम्
हरेः नाम अनुकीर्तनम्
एतत् निर्विद्यमानानाम् इच्छताम् अकुतः भयम् योगीनां रूपनिर्णीतम् हरे नाम अणुकीर्तनम्. हरे कृष्ण.
एतत् निर्विद्यमानानाम् इच्छताम् अकुतः भयम् योगिनां रूपनिर्णीतम् हरे नाम अनुकीर्तनम्
Translation and purport by the Srila Prabhupada, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O King, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord after the ways of the great authorities is the doubtless and fearless way of success for all, including those who are free from all material desires, those who are desirous of all material enjoyment, and also those who are self-satisfied by dint of transcendental knowledge. Purport. In the previous verse, the great necessity for attaining attachment to Mukunda has been accredited. There are different types of person who desire to attain success in different varieties of pursuits. Generally, the persons are materialists who desire to enjoy the fullest extent of material gratification. Next to them are the transcendentalists who have attained perfect knowledge about the nature of material enjoyment and thus are aloof from such an illusory way of life. More or less, they are satisfied in themselves by self realization. Above them are the devotees of the Lord who neither aspire to enjoy the material world nor desire to get out of it. They are after the satisfaction of the Lord, Sri Krishna. In other words, the devotees of the Lord do not want anything on their personal account. If the Lord desires, the devotees can accept all sorts of material facilities. And if the Lord does not desire this, the devotees can leave aside all sorts of facilities, even up to the limit of salvation. Nor are they self-satisfied because they want to satisfaction of the Lord only. In this verse, Sri Shukdev Goswami recommends the transcendental chanting of the holy name of the Lord. By offenseless chanting and hearing of the holy name of the Lord, one becomes acquainted with the transcendental form of the Lord, and then with the attributes of the Lord, and then with the transcendental nature of his pastime, etc. Here it is mentioned that one should constantly chant the holy name of the Lord after hearing it from authorities. This means that hearing from the authorities is the first essential. Hearing of the holy name gradually promotes one to the stage of hearing about his form, about his attributes, his pastimes, and so on. And thus, the necessity of chanting of his holy name is accomplished. Those who are materially attached attached. According to Sri Shukdev Goswami, this way of attaining success is an established fact concluded not only by him but also by all other previous acharyas. Therefore, there is no need of further evidence. The process is recommended not only for the progressive students in different departments of ideological success, but also for those who are already successful in their achievement as spiritual workers, as philosophers, or as devotees of the Lord. Srila Jiva Goswami instructs that chanting of the holy name of the Lord should be loudly done, and it should be performed offenselessly as well as recommended in the Padma Purana. One can deliver himself from the effects of all sins by surrendering himself unto the Lord. One can deliver himself from all offenses at the feet of the Lord by taking shelter of his holy name. But one cannot protect himself if one commits an offense at the feet of the holy name of the Lord. Such offenses are mentioned in the Padma Purana as being 10 in number. First offense is to vilify the great devotees who have preached about the glories of the Lord. The second offense is to see the holy name of the Lord in terms of worldly distinction. The Lord is the proprietor of all universes, and therefore he may be known in different places by different names. But that does not in any way qualify the fullness of the Lord. Any nomenclature which is meant for the Supreme Lord is as holy as the others because they are all meant for the Lord. Such holy names are as powerful as the Lord, and there is no bar for anyone in any part of the creation to chant and glorify the Lord by the particular name of the Lord as it is locally understood. They are all auspicious, and one should not distinguish such names of the Lord as material commodities. The third offense is to neglect the orders of the authorized acharyas or spiritual master. The fourth offense is to vilify scriptures or Vedic knowledge. The fifth offense is to define the holy name of the Lord in terms of one's mundane calculation. The holy name of the Lord is identical with the Lord Himself, and one should understand the holy name of the Lord to be non-different from him. The sixth offense is to interpret the holy name. The Lord is not imaginary nor in his holy name. There are persons with a poor fund of knowledge who think the Lord to be an imagination of the worshipper and therefore think his holy name to be imaginary. Such a chanter of the name of the Lord cannot achieve the desired success in the matter of chanting the holy name. The seventh offense is to commit sins intentionally on the strength of the holy name. In the scriptures, it is said that one can be liberated from the effects of all sinful action simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord. One who takes advantage of this transcendental method and continues to commit sins on the expectation of neutralizing the effects of sins by chanting the holy name of the Lord is the greatest offender at the feet of the holy name. Such an offender cannot purify himself by any recommended method of purification. In other words, one may be a sinful man before chanting the holy name of the Lord, but after taking shelter in the holy name of the Lord and becoming immune, one should strictly restrain oneself from committing sinful acts with the hope that his method of chanting the holy name will give some protection. The offense is to consider the holy name of the Lord and his chanting method to be equal to some material auspicious activity. There are various kinds of good works for material benefit, but the holy name and his chanting are not mere auspicious holy services. Undoubtedly, holy name is holy service, and but he should never be utilized for such purposes, since the holy name and Lord are one of uh, and the same identity. One should not try to bring the holy name into the service of mankind. The idea is that the Supreme Lord is the supreme enjoyer. He is no one's servant or order supplier. Similarly, since the holy name of the Lord is identical with the Lord, One should not try to utilize the holy name of one's personal service. The ninth offense is to instruct those who are not interested in chanting the holy name of the Lord about the transcendental nature of the holy name. If such instruction is imparted to an unwilling audience, the act is considered to be an offense at the feet of the holy name. The tenth offense is to become uninterested in the holy name of the Lord, even after hearing of the transcendental nature of the holy name. The effect of chanting the holy name of the Lord is perceived by the chanter as liberation from the conception of false egoism. False egoism is exhibited by thinking oneself to be the enjoyer of the world and thinking everything in the world to be meant for the enjoyment of oneself only. The whole materialistic world is moving under the such false egoism of I and mine. But the factual effect of chanting the holy name is to become free from such misconception. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवाञ्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्विताञ्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभे च कृपा सिन्धुभे एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. We try to understand shloka number 11 of the chapter first of canto second. Here they describe about the importance of the chanting of the holy name and 10 offenses, which are 10 offenses. Those described here, Prabhuji will tell us in nicely in detail, which are offenses and what is the importance of the chanting of holy name. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Shukdev Goswami ji promises Parikshit Maharaj that he will be talking about the same Srimad Bhagavatam which he has heard from his father. And look what is the very first point he talks about. So
Your
generally,
voice is low.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Now
Krishna, Hare
correct.
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So the very first point, whenever we talk with anyone, we always like to impress the person. So whatever is most important, we talk about it first. And here, just look at what is the first point which is being talked about. It is being talked about is Harinam Sankirtan. So Shukdev Goswami ji is telling Parikshit Maharaj that constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord after the ways of the great authorities is the doubtless, fearless way of success for all. So, if anyone wants to have any success, then we should chant. And how should we chant? By following whatever the great authorities have been doing. And this is success including those who are free from all material desires, those who are desirous of material enjoyment, and also those who are self satisfied. So, whatever method we follow, chanting is the only solution. So, basically, three categories of people in spiritual pursuits are being highlighted here. One is materialists who are seeking maximum sense gratification. Second is transcendentalists who are detached from material enjoyment because of knowledge and self realization. And thirdly are the devotees who seek only to please Krishna, not even aspiring for liberation or material detachment. So the key point is that devotees, they are very unique because their only goal is Krishna's satisfaction, not their own enjoyment or even liberation. So whatever category it be, the only solution for success is chanting of the holy name. Now, when the shloka was being discussed, Maharaj talks about devotional attitude, about true devotees. So true devotees, they show three unique characteristics. One, they are never self-centered. Second, they accept or reject material comforts based on what pleases Krishna. And thirdly, they are always engaged in devotional service. So if we really wish to please Krishna, then to chant and get successful results, we also need to develop these qualities over a period of time. Because the supreme process is chanting the holy name. And the essential steps are one, hearing from authorized spiritual masters is the first and most important step. It's not just okay, we can start chanting automatically. No, we have to hear about chanting. We have to learn how to chant from authorized persons. And then constant chanting should follow. And how should the chanting be? Constantly, loudly, offenselessly. So, three prerequisites: it has to be constant, it has to be loud, and it has to be offenseless. And then there is progressive revelation through chanting. From the holy name to the Lord's form, to his qualities, to his pastimes. Krishna reveals everything to us. And hence, the universal recommendation is that chanting is beneficial for all, whether it is fruity workers, jnanis, and devotees. Prabhupada ji in the purport gives us such a very wonderful explanation about the 10 offenses to the holy name. See, holy name and Krishna, they are not different. They are one and the same. Krishna Nama, Krishna Avatar. And hence, Prabhupada ji spent so much of efforts to make us understand about the 10 offenses. And in fact, every day, daily, we when we start our morning sadhana after Mangal Arti, after Tulsi Arti, then Shikshashtakam, then we start speak the 10 offenses to the holy name. Then we have a japa talk, and then we start chanting. So the 10 offenses, which we also generally read in the evening if time permits, we all know them. But let us today look at it from not reading word to word, but understanding the essence behind it. So when we talk about the first offense, the understanding behind the first offense is criticism of devotees. Now, devotees are very dear to Krishna. So anything which you do where we offend devotees, Krishna does not like. Vaishnava Aparadh is very, very difficult to be pardoned. And that is why the very first offense which Prabhupada is talking about is about criticism, which Padma Puran is talking about is criticism of the devotees. So once we have taken to the process of this devotional service in Krishna consciousness, we should never criticize. And when it comes to the definition of devotees, Prabhupada says even if someone has said Krishna once, he is to be considered devotee. So indirectly what it means is we should stop criticizing anyone, whether they are following ISKCON, not following ISKCON, whether they are chanting or not chanting. Because maybe one day or the other they would have said Hare Krishna to us. So whether it be our relatives, whether it be our um, uh, any close family members who are not devotees yet, we should not criticize for anything. The second offense, it makes us understand that holy name is not ordinary, it should not be compared. There should be no comparison. Holy name is directly Krishna himself. So just like Krishna is Advitiya, Anadir Adir Govinda, there is no one like Krishna. Similarly, there is no one like the holy name. So you should never see holy name as ordinary or compare it with anything. It is Krishna himself. Third is disobeying the spiritual master. The knowledge, whatever we have, the benefit, whatever we are going to be getting, is only because of the mercy of the spiritual master. Spiritual master is representative of Krishna. So there is no question of disobeying his orders, his instructions, because it means we are disobeying Krishna. The fourth is blaspheming the scriptures. A big no. Because what are scriptures? They are Vedas. And who has given the Vedas? Vedas means knowledge. And who has given the knowledge? Krishna himself. And that too directly to Brahmaji. And that too not by talking, but directly in his heart. So vilifying any of the scriptures, blaspheming scriptures, is an offense. The fifth offense is considering the holy name imaginary or material. No, it is Krishna himself. The name is not imaginary. It has been mentioned in all the scriptures. In fact, for Kali Yuga, it is most important. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Eva Kevalam, Kalu Nasti, Eva Nasti, Eva Nasti, Eva Gatiranyata. So, holy name is not imaginary or material. Sixth is interpreting the holy name philosophically. Since it is not imaginary, it is Krishna. How can we think of interpreting it in any way? That has to be completely avoided. Krishna cannot be known by anyone. Similarly, holy name cannot be understood by anyone. We should not interpret its meaning in any way. Seventh is sinning on the strength of the holy name. In fact, in one of the lectures, it is mentioned it is an elephant offense. That you chant and you then go and do the sinful activities. You come, you chant, you do just like some people do Sunday to Sunday. No, this is an elephant offense. We should never sin on the strength of holy name. Eighth is considering the chanting to be equal to material pious activities. Now, auspicious activities that are happening on the material platform, they are going to be binding us. They keep us bounded. But holy name gives us liberation. Krishna and holy name, they are one and the same. So we should never think of using the holy name to serve us. That's not possible. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. He is no one's servant or order supplier. So you should not use the holy name for our personal gains. Ninth is instructing the unwilling of the holy name. Now, this we had discussed even previously when this question was asked around 4 5 months back. Because holy name is Krishna, it is transcendental. So if someone is not desires, he may simply offend Krishna. So to prevent that offense, because Krishna's satisfaction is our satisfaction. So we should not instruct or not interested in chanting holy name about the nature of holy name. Let them do whatever they are doing. Let them get purified enough to understand the holy name, and then we start telling them about holy name. And tenth is remaining uninterested after knowing its claims. See, the whole material world, it is talking about I, mine, but holy name is to become free from it. So the moment we know about it, we should be chanting it. We should never lose it. So if we remain uninterested, it is an offense. So chanting must be done with sincerity, reverence, dedication to avoid offenses. And this is where the spiritual perspective of devotees comes into picture. Externally, they may be in the material world, but the inner motivation is to please Krishna. Devotees renounce selfish association. They are detached from sense enjoyment, engaging the senses spiritually, taking prasadam, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Because Krishna is the first enjoyer. In one of the lectures, Maharaj quotes the difference between Yoga Maya and Mahamaya, which comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 4.30. So Yoga Maya deepens the love between Krishna and his devotees, while Mahamaya binds the conditioned souls in illusion. So devotional advancement under Yoga Maya leads to selfless love hidden from mundane eyes. And this love is something which is a representative of Krishna. So it is important that whatever interactions we have, they have to be on the basis of purification with Krishna at the center of activities. Just like Kamdeva and Pradyumna, which we read in the 54th chapter of Krishna book. Kamdeva was destroyed by Lord Shiva. He took birth as Pradyumna, son of Krishna. So Kamdeva is Jiva Tattva, but when he was reborn, he was given divine qualities. And Mayavati endowed him with Mahamaya powers to defeat the Shambara demon. Sambara demon. Yeah. So if a housewife is practicing bhakti, she can always empower her husband. And that is why Maharaj and even everyone in the Krishna consciousness, they generally tell us that in a Grihastha ashram, we should try to marry a devotee only because Vaikuntha couples can do wonders in devotional service. In fact, bhakti purifies the relationship between the couple, and Krishna conscious couple actually becomes a Vaikuntha couple, helping each other return to Godhead. So the key takeaways, we have to chant constantly, hear from proper sources. Two, we have to avoid offenses to make real spiritual progress. Three, we have to live to please Krishna, not ourselves. Fourth, we have to purify all relationships and actions through bhakti. Whoever is protected by Krishna, no one can kill, and whoever is destined to be killed by Krishna, no one can protect. Jare rakhe Krishna, tare mare kon, and jare mare Krishna, tare rakhe. This is the importance of Krishna and his holy name, which we understand here. So we should thank Shukdev Goswami for giving this as the first instruction to Parikshit Maharaj and Vyasdevji, because of whom we have come to know it through Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Kindly repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya.